to just that 5-minute Sabbath School summary. Now we have arrived in the final quarter of 2025 Sabbath School with the title of Lessons of Faith from Joshua. And this week, the title of our Sabbath School lessons is Recipe for Success. We will learn about how the transitions of leadership in the Israelites from Moses to Joshua, the new leader in Israel. And our memory text this week is written in Joshua 1 verse 7. It is said, "Only be strong and very courageous, that you may observe to do according to all the law which Moses my servant commanded you. Do not turn from it to the right hand nor to the left hand, that you may prosper wherever you go." That is our memory text. The book of Joshua is about new possibilities. Moses, who had dominated for 40 years of Israel history, now have belonged to the past. The exodus from Egypt and the wandering in the wilderness, tragically marked by rebellion and stubbornness, has now ended. A new generation, willing to obey God, was ready to enter the promised land, not as expectation to live up to, but as a possibility to live into. Let us study the way God opened up a new chapter in Israelites' life, and how can He do the same to your life and to our life. In the first chapter of the book of Joshua, we learn the leadership transition from Moses. The long leaders in Israel referred to the servant of God to the new leader, that is Joshua, who is known as Moses' servant. It took time for Joshua to earn the same title as the servant of the Lord. However, the transitions of these two leaders highlighted who is the true leader of Israel. It is not Moses, it is not Joshua, but who is it? It is the Lord God Himself, is the true leaders of the Israelites. The book of Joshua has 4 major sections that is divided into the first one, the cross, that is written in Joshua 1 verse 1 until 5 verse 12. The second book is about taking, it's 5 verse 13 until 12 verse 24. And then the third major section is divide, from Joshua 13 verse 1 until 21 verse 45. And the fourth one is service. It's from Joshua 22 verse 1 until 24 verse 33. This structure shows that the Israelites are required to be obedient and perform their duty to cross the Jordan River, to cross the river to go to Canaan, to take the Canaan, to divide also the land within themselves, and to service. This shows that God's promise is not fulfilled automatically, but requires the Israelites' proactiveness, requires our proactiveness to do our part to act and obey the instruction. The land of Canaan was a gift from God, who was the real owner of the land. From Israelites' experience, we can conclude that what God has promised is an assured fact that can be tested as a present reality. The guarantee that God's promise will come true has in the presence of God, who says, "I will be with you." Only in the presence of God is the guarantee. Indeed, the presence of God was crucial for the survival of the Israelites. The presence of the Lord was everything that Joshua needed to survive in leading the Israelites to conquer the Canaan land. If we try to imagine the condition between Canaan and the Israelites, the Canaan, they are a large nation who have a high wall and also have a trained military personnel who are ready for war. While the Israelites, they are a nomad. They does not have special training for war, and they does not have a special war equipment as what the Canaan did. But because of their faith in God and the leadership through Joshua, they are able to also obtain the promise that God have promised to them. This is the reasons why Joshua and Israel is called to be strong mentally. They need to be mentally strong to be able to face the Canaan. Similarly as today, our enemy is the devil. The devil is also strong. And the challenge for us here is to know the Lord well enough to trust in Him and the promises that He will help us. As a conclusion to our lesson, the success of Israelites in obtaining the promised land is due to the harmony with the spiritual values and principles that lie in the foundations of God's created world and that are expressed in His love. That is the summary of our Sabbath School lessons this week. Hope you will learn and will grow spiritually. God bless.